Well, welcome to our final presentation for the MIS class in the MBA program at CGST. As you can see, this is not really my presentation. I'm just using someone's presentation, a colleague of a colleague. We are going to speak today about the foundations of business intelligence, databases, and information management. I'm going to breeze through this because my main focus for us is to know about the information management really, and just to understand the concepts. So I will be breezing through the other slides. As I warn you, it may be a little complicated, but let's see. My slide don't want to go. All right then. So it's about database management, the tools that you use in accessing database information, and to improve business performance and decision making, and the role of information policy, data administration, and data quality assurance in the management of a firm's data resources. So you really want to look at how databases will help the company do better. You can use databases to improve business performance and decision making. Very large database systems need to actually be analyzed, and you can analyze them with tools that will look at large quantities of data and how to access multiple systems. Three of the key ways this is done is through data warehousing and data mining. And there are tools that you use for accessing the internal databases through the internet, through the web. As I said, I just want you to really know about this. I want you to actually just read this. If you have any big questions, you just ask and think. Data warehousing is a process where current and historical data is stored from many core operational and transactional systems. So it's a place where you store all this information so that you can have access to it later. It consolidates and standardizes information for use across the enterprise. But the data cannot be altered. So it's really a storehouse. So you have legacy archiving data that you have information on, and you can go back to it at any time. It allows you to get queries on the data, analyses and reports. And a data mart is a subset of a data warehouse. And it has a summarized version, a focused portion of the firm's data is in a data mart. So instead of having the huge information of all the enterprise, you have concentrated information that you can readily get at, things that you may need quick information about. This diagram shows you the approaches to data management in the data warehouse. You have operational data, customer data, manufacturing data, historical data. These are internal data sources, and all of those are concentrated and extracted into this data warehouse. You extract the information and you transform it and you place it in the data warehouse so that you can access it from anywhere. External data also can be included in this process. I'm going to just breeze through, as I say, using the database to improve business performance, decision making. You have business intelligence, tools that you use to analyze and provide access to vast amounts of data so that you can make decisions more quickly. And we have looked at different business intelligence systems that you can use to actually access this information. Online analytical processing, or OLAP, is a tool that we use to also mine this data. OLAP is something that you may hear about, and so be aware of that of what it means. As I said, this portion I'm really going through quickly. OLAP enables rapid online answers to adult queries, so you can get quick information online to different types of queries that you may have on the data. This looks at data in a multidimensional model. If you notice, you have the different fields, nuts, bolts, washers, screws, and they're also connected to whether it's east, west, or central, different places in the region that you may have different actual information about those items, those fields. So the database will give you information about the different, maybe the stocks, the amount you have on hand, and all that, but you can also get it by region, which is very important. So you're not limited to just your region. The types of information obtainable from data mining include association, sequences, classifications, clustering, forecasting. So you can forecast about the business, what's happening, forecast about the different things happening in the database so that you inform the business processes. Predictive analysis, text mining, which is you extract key elements from large unstructured data sets like emails. And as I say, let's just web mining, web content mining, web structure mining. I'm just going through this quickly because I want to go to the part where we speak about information management. Many companies use web to make some internal databases available to customers or partners. So yeah, you have information available through your company. You do this through web servers, application servers, and database servers. And I'll leave you to read the rest in terms of database management. I've shared this document with you through Trello, which is a good way of connecting and actually doing teamwork using Trello. Okay, managing knowledge. I'm not going to go through all of this either. I'm just going to go through the basic ones because I have another slide I want us to look at, which is the main thing I want us to focus on. What is the role of knowledge management and the knowledge management programs in businesses? What types of systems are used for enterprise-wide knowledge management, and how do they provide value for businesses? What are the major types of knowledge work systems, and how they provide value for firms? And what are the business benefits of using intelligent techniques for knowledge management? So knowledge management systems are some of the fastest growing. You want to maintain the knowledge in your company. You don't want people to be able to leave and they leave with the information that will help your company. So you want to make sure that what they're doing, they're also depositing or leaving in the company. They're recording how the processes that they go through, the lessons learned and all that. They're included in a database where you can actually access. Even if you're not there, if you're not working in the company anymore, the information that you use, the information that was available to you and that you have used to improve processes, these are left for the company.
So that's where IT comes in.
Yes, that's how you have to be purposeful about maintaining the knowledge that about the things and how you do things in your company, especially if your company is specialized. Okay, knowledge is a firm asset. It's intangible. The creation of knowledge from data information requires organizational resources, as it is shared experience and experiences network effect. So you have to make sure that you have resources in place to manage knowledge. It comes in different forms. It may be documented. It may be just in the minds of people. It may be just know-how, craft, or skill, and how to follow procedure, knowing why things happen. So you want to manage these. It could be located in the cognitive space. It could be social. It could be individual. It could be like hard to remove, hard to be situated, and it could be situational as well. So you may need to know when to apply a procedure to a particular issue. You may need to know the circumstances that require a tool. For example, you may need to know that you should use Trello for your group work, and maybe not so much Nozbe, although it can be used as well. So it depends on that. Wisdom is a collective and individual experience of applying knowledge to solve problems. It involves where, when, and how to apply knowledge. Knowing how to do things effectively and efficiently in ways others cannot duplicate is a prime source of profit and competitive advantage. So you want to be able to make sure that you're able to extract that or to put that in some form that others can benefit from it. There's the issue of organizational learning. You gain experience through trial and error and feedback, and you adjust behavior to reflect that experience. Creating new business processes because the old ones did not work. I'm going to allow you to read the rest of this. Just read the rest of this. It's shared with you. Because I want to go to the next slide, the next presentation. Examples of knowledge work systems include like computer-aided design, where engineers would use these to create really large documents that are important for the firm. Virtual reality systems, where simulations of real-life environment or real-life occurrences may take place. 3D medical modeling for surgeons, augmented reality systems. So these are noise work systems. Okay, so I'm going to leave us to go through the rest of that slide. It's a lot, but you don't. I'm going to tell you specifically what I want you to focus on for that portion in terms of the exam. Okay, fair enough. All right. So that's it for that presentation. I just wanted to introduce you to that. I'm going to now go to the other presentation, which I want you to pay strict attention to, because this one is very important. We had skipped it before, and it's an interesting topic. It's business networks and communication. So screen. Before I do that, oh, that's good. I know exactly which one. Okay, so it's one of these. Let's go. Okay, so this slide is about business networks and communication. Your business requires a bit. I need to start present to everyone. Sorry about that. I have to present so that everybody can see, even the fictitious persons. Since we're all in the class now, this is for you, Floyd, so that you would have been able to experience this presentation. Okay, we're going to describe the various improvements from telecommunications in your business, telecommunication media. We're going to define a network under the internet, and we're going to list types of networks and list the network protocols. That's really what I want us to cover. I want us to understand those um, uh, items. I want us to understand about telecommunication and business and the advantages that you gain through that. So telecommunication is actually communication over a distance. Tele and communication. It's a combination of two words. So it's communication over a distance, and it has improved business processes by providing better business communication, greater efficiency, better data distribution, instant transactions, like online payment, mobile and flexible workforce, like you can telecommute, you can, like we're doing now, we're really broadcasting this so that Floyd will be able to go back and listen to this presentation. And you have alternate channels. Can anybody give me an example of an alternate channel, like what that the telecommunication provides? I have one there. Instead of you dialing,
Hello? Hello?
well, Hangout is one. So instead of so you could telecommunication facilitates us now being able to have this Hangout and to be able to record it. It facilitates that. And we're gonna breeze through. Network components include the different communication media, and computers typically communicate through wired or wireless media. And wired media includes something called twisted pairs, coaxial, and fiber cable. Both twisted pairs and coaxial cables use electrical frequency for transmission of data. They are protected from external forces like electromagnetic forces, like from the sun, or just like electrical wires and all that. You have to protect them. And they consist of glass or plastic. Fiber optic cables are able to transmit data over longer distances. So this would be used for, like, if you're connecting different wide area networks. You'll learn about that a little later. Some of you know about this already. Fiber is very thin, and it's more costly. Banks, telephone companies, and television companies are some of the places that use fiber. Communication, this is devices.
It's more costly.
Yes, it's more expensive because it's difficult. It's more expensive to create.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Communication devices. We'll go through this quickly so that we can continue with our other work. Communication devices include, like, your modem. They allow for the computers to be connected to one another or to be connected to other communication or network devices. These devices include switches, modems, and hubs. There's a YouTube video, but we won't go through that video now. You can do that at when you're going through the slides later. And wireless media include your wireless networks will include things like microwave, use technology like microwave, satellite, radio, and you have heard of wireless fidelity. In case you didn't know what that was, it's Wi-Fi. And without wires, computers are connected to each other in a wireless network. It's useful for sharing data quickly in small offices, and and among global businesses. And they are inexpensive to connect to the internet, and it's vital for countries with scarce resources or bad infrastructure. I mean, you can use wireless quite easily. If there are terrains that you can't go across to set up wired connection like your telephone companies, wireless communication really helps a lot. It overcomes that, as you would have noted with like cell phones. You may not have even running water, but you can have a cell phone because the wireless technology takes the information there. Now we're going to look at networks. Quickly, these are important that you know, these little definitions. A network is a connection of two or more computer devices which share data and other resources. And the internet is a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. That's a mouthful, but it covers basically everything. So it's just a network of networks. So you have a lot of networks just connected. So your local area network in your company can be connected to, will be connected to the internet, which connects all other local area networks that are connected. So it's just a connection of networks. That's the thing to remember about it. It's a network of networks, so to speak, globally. And you know, the internet has revolutionized things for everybody. And there are three types of networks. Um, we didn't look at network topology. We can ignore that part. There are three types of network. Local area network, important to know these definitions. Wide area network and metropolitan area network. So a local area network is a computer network that functions within a specific geographical area, such as a building, a school, or a campus. A metropolitan area network is a computer network that functions within the confines of a large city. Okay, and you may have like cities being connected to cities as well. A wide area network is a metropolitan area network which is located at different geographical locations. So a wide area network you'd have branches in different parishes, for example, or different countries. So a wide area network covers that.
So like, for instance, so like hard who have several locations,
They would be using the one.
Okay.
To connect the computers.
So but it's specific to hard.
They would have their own wide area network, but
No, yeah,
yes, nobody can.
Specific.
Yeah, specific. They would have their own wide area. Yes, and it looks like magic, doesn't it? You are in one institution, but you are connected to all the others, and they are in different geographical areas. So wide area network, that's how the wide area network works. Yes, that's it. Because your database is consolidated, so your authentication, meaning that you're able to log on anywhere that you go because it's controlled by one entity. Okay, you'll have these to take notes later if you want, but it's good to write though because you learn. But I'm going fast. A protocol is a set of rules that controls communication between two or more computers and or other network devices. It's important to know this for your information too, because you may encounter this as an MBA student or as a graduate from the MBA program. People may be saying, "Oh, what protocols will we use for this transaction, for this implementation?" And you'll be able to understand. It's a set of rules that controls communication. So a network protocol is a name given when these rules govern a network of devices, wired or wireless. So a network protocol control.
We have a tariff system in the tax office and hard fees to verify like trading registration. When they go onto their system, they should be able to do some level of authentication whether or not We don't have a protocol.
Yes, yeah, you'd have to, yeah, there's a protocol that governs.
Because they will be able to get all the information,
Mhm.
whatever information.
You have a protocol that connects. You have a protocol that will enable the connection for you from the branches to the access.
Yes.
You have a protocol that controls the connection, and then you have authentication where you have to put in your password. That's a different process, but the connection is what we're talking about.
Yes, so
The communication connection.
Be able to
Yes.
get that information from the one to insert it in the database.
Yes, and if, for example, here's a list of some of the protocols that is being used in telecommunication. There are TCPIP, Ethernet. You have heard of Ethernet. You were asking me what Ethernet is, and then there are several wireless protocols that I have placed up there. You don't have to know these nitty-gritties. They sound complicated. IEEE 802, this is how you say it, IEEE 802.11. IEEE 802.15, which is Bluetooth, but you have heard of Bluetooth. So if you see, and Wi-Fi, that 11, if you encounter any documents, this is what this course will help you with too. You encounter any documents with these terminologies, you'd have been exposed to them. Fair enough? And if you'd have heard of GSM, this is also a wireless protocol, and CDMA. GSM is Global System for Mobile Telecommunications.
CDMA is what other companies.
So yeah, the other company, yes.
That phone company, Claro.
Claro used to use CDMA. It's a protocol. It's how they propagate their wireless signal. It's a protocol that they use to propagate, to communicate wirelessly. Yeah,
Yes.
GSM, you notice Digicel keeps saying GSM network. So we're giving Digicel free advertisement. Okay, we'll soon be finished here. So TCPIP now is a set of related protocols that governs communication on the internet. Important for you to know that because
what is 3G and 4G?
Yeah.
oh, those are the speeds. The speed, the different speeds.
Also, yeah, there are set up on GSM, but that 3G speed.
Yes, the speed, the 4G and the 3G speed, gigabytes per second.
And 9 is on the CDM.
CDMA, but it still have they still have 3G and 4G. So that's just the speed. Okay. So TCP/IP is a set of related protocols that governs communication on the internet. So it's important that you know that what TCP/IP is. Without TCP/IP, the internet would not be possible. This protocol ensures that data sent across the internet reaches their destinations.
Okay.
So that's what it does.
The protocol that again for you to access it anywhere.
Yes, and also for it to reach. If it doesn't have that running in the background, it will not reach. Because communication on the internet occurs through package, they call them packets. They send the data in little packets that goes across. You may not see that they're coming. You may not see any delay, but it's because they're going very fast. So that's why you can be seeing this happening even now on the internet. All of these things that's happening now. This hangout is actually, when you send an email to, it's packets and they travel through the wires in the telephone and they reach your computer. And when they reach your computer put them back together, fit them back together, and then display them to you. A lot of things are happening in the background, but TCP/IP causes that. Enough work and imagination. And TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. That's why the IP, TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, and the IP, Internet Protocol. So remember, protocol is a set of rules that governs communication. I'm just wanting to give you this, what Ethernet now. So it's important to know what Ethernet is as well. But it's a simple thing. It's just how the protocol that governs local area communication in your local area network.
So
like
you have your backup
Yes, local area, and they're connected. Local area networks are connected with physical cable,
Yes.
more or less physical cable. Yes, that do you see your laptop there? That gray cable running from your laptop. That's an Ethernet cable. It's actually using Ethernet protocol, and it's a twisted pair cable. Okay, twisted pair cable. That's what that is.
Is it the same thing that is managed your telephone company?
Yes, it's similar to how it looks like the telephone wire,
Yes.
but it's really not the same. But it has similar end, but it's different. The end is called RJ45, which is different from the telephone end, but it resembles it. So it's a cable that you use to connect.
It's labeled and it is what it is.
No, it is not labeled, but you know because it won't fit in the telephone. It won't fit in the telephone.
Oh God.
Okay.
I have some cables at home that sometimes if take for example, what was it? Like my telephone wire went and those ends can fit into the phone and everything, but you still don't get a service.
The telephone wire
The,
end.
the connection from the wall, the internet, the wire, so that you can have the phone.
The phone for service.
Yeah. When you plug it in, it goes in and it connects to the phone also. But it just doesn't work.
Don't work.
It is because of the wires that
Maybe so what you're saying.
But if it normally would not fit in there, so it shouldn't fit in your telephone cable port. But something may have been wrong with your telephone cable.
man, I'm telling you that it fits now.
Well, if it's bigger, it may fit if it's bigger. But the RJ45 or the network cable normally is bigger than the telephone one, so the telephone one can't fit in it. But the telephone one can fit in the RJ45. So that's the end of the presentation. You can connect back to this to review it at any time you want. I will share it on Trello, the link to this broadcast. So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in your exams and your final project.
Students are for today?
Basically, for today, this is a major part of today. We are going to be working on your project. So thank you very much for your time. I'm speaking. Thank you very much for your time, and all the best.